in the background while broadcasting. Have I still got my Spotify on? Strange.
Before you start,
We've started. just waiting for people. You can say what you're gonna say.
I was gonna ask, what's it called? Do we have driver lineup for tonight?
Do I have what?
Driver lineup for tonight.
Yes, I will send you them.
Thank you.
Very welcome. Hang on, I need to get them up myself. Oh, good evening everyone. I can hear myself as well, which is terrible. Good evening everyone, and welcome along to EML Probably not the most professional start to the stream you may add there, but we are here of course for the season finale, season 2, round 10 of the championship as we take on the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix from the Yas Marina circuit. My name is James Head, going to be taking to the stream as always on a Wednesday night. And joining me in the commentary box for the final time this season, of course, it is Mr. Michael Edwards. Mike, how you doing?
I am doing fantastic. I'm looking forward to this one. A lot still to fight for in this championship, and I'm interested to see how these guys are going to get the grips around a very difficult circuit in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, Abu Dhabi is one of those circuits where, of course, it can catch a lot of people out. Whether or not it will catch the drivers out, though, remains to be seen here tonight in Abu Dhabi. And, of course, coming into tonight, a bit of a shock, because we weren't expecting IFR to field the team. IFR, I may add, are here tonight with two of their drivers. We have Jeffrey and LRB representing IFR, TTG going with Christmas and Carlsbury. So that is a very good lineup, obviously, for both teams leading the championship. And speaking of leading the championship, after Portugal last month, it is IFR who lead the way on 291 points, TTG in second on 265, F-Royal third on 195, SXT in fourth on 193, F1 Friends Cup in fifth on 177. That battle for third is going to be focused on as well. Customs GT in sixth on 116, GTZ Bulls not feeling the team here tonight, unfortunately, 78 points there in seventh, Virtual Insanity in eighth on 68, RAC Esports in ninth on 19, and Evora Racing in 10th on 14 points. IFR currently lead the championship by 26 points over TTG coming into tonight. Basically, all you need to know, the viewers at home, is if IFR outscore TTG, they are crowned champions. TTG, though, will need to outscore IFR by 27 points to win the title here tonight. Can it be done, Michael Edwards?
It can, but it is a extremely tough uphill battle for TTG to overturn that kind of points haul.
Yeah, it is definitely. Looking at some of the looking at the drivers that we've currently got in the lobby as well, I'm just trying to pinpoint out who we actually haven't got here tonight. We've got Castro and we've got Pingu in. I think we're missing Charles and I think we're missing Jeffrey as well. So one of those, both of those drivers have got invites. So I'm hoping that both of them will be able to join, because I have to divvy up as as coordinator obviously for the lobby here tonight and commentate at the same time, which is not the easiest job, so I'll probably waffle on about different things at different points here tonight. But yeah, coming on to the driver lineup, obviously, Mike, we've already mentioned about the IFR team and the TTG team. Christmas and Carlsbury for TTG, and supposed to be Jeffrey and LRB for IFR. On paper, I think TTG's got the stronger lineup, but IFR cannot be discounted.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. I think TTG do have the stronger lineup for tonight, but with IFR, they don't need to fill the strongest lineup. They just need consistent drivers in to pick up the points.
Yeah, I'm just going to tag... Give me a second. You can carry on with what we were saying there, Mike, but I need to try and get LRB in if I can. Or tag him at some point. If he's watching the stream, where is Jeffrey? Has Jeffrey got an invite? If not, we can probably go, to be honest. If Jeffrey is not coming here tonight, I don't want to try and hold on any longer. But we are waiting for Jeffrey, who is a TF driver now. He actually representing IFR. That is the only person that we are waiting on. Anybody can get an invite out to him, that would be much appreciated. I've sent him quite a few invites, so hopefully he will take the message and hopefully he will be able to join. If not, as I say, we are pretty much good to go though, as Luke in the chat and Discord has just tagged the IFR team, which is very good indeed. So hopefully we'll be able to get the driver in. While we are waiting, of course, for the drivers for Jeffrey to join the session, let me run you through, of course, the order that everyone is going to be competing in tonight. EVG represented by Shane and Ahmed. LRB and Jeffrey representing IFR. Christmas and Carlsbury representing TTG. Of course, we've already went on about those two teams. Mosi and Yogurt representing SXT. That's quite a strong lineup as well. Enzo and Atlas in for VIR. And then we've got Michalizzi in rotation for FRL. CGG represented by Charles and Pingu. Kilcree and Tom representing RAC and FFC on their final run out in EML this season. They've got Castro, and the final ever run out in any team event for Ruben Teve, who was sadly leaving F1 Friends Cup after tonight. Obviously wish him well in any future endeavours that he might be going on to. And of course, Ruben Teve has been one of those drivers where he's been quite consistent this season, consistent for his team, and I'm sure he will be sorely missed when he does leave FFC after tonight's event. So best of wishes to Ruben Teve. I'm sure he's there in the chat and he'll appreciate the message there. But Mike, running through the driver lineup there, who for you, outside of the top two teams, are you focusing on? Because I think SXT's got a really strong lineup tonight.
Yeah, SXT got a strong lineup. FRL come out with a pretty strong lineup. VIP also got a very strong lineup as well. I mean, we've seen Enzo. Enzo has shown fantastic pace in the races that he's competed in so far. So it'll be interesting to see how these guys get on.
Yeah, definitely so. As I say, we are waiting on Jeffrey to still join the lobby. Not sure if he's got home or anything like that. Haven't got any contact, but if he's not here in 3 minutes time, we will go. I will promise you that now. We will go in 3 minutes time if Jeffrey obviously doesn't join. I want to try and give him as much opportunity as possible to try and join the lobby. Well, we even set this lobby up early and was still 10 minutes late in getting going. I may as well just set it up at 8 o'clock, to be honest, and we would have been off on time. But there we are. We are just waiting on, though, Jeffrey to obviously join. Looking through the comments, by the way, here tonight in the chat. Welcome along to everyone. Masters League saying timing's glitch when you disconnect, reported to stewards and it should be sorted. Thank you, it's all been a pleasure, says Jav, and that, of course, congratulations to Relentless, who took the League 1 title, of course, with Jeroen's fantastic drive, I've got to say, from the race, won by 9 seconds, pretty much, in the end there, Jeroen, for Relentless. Very good driver, obviously. Somebody put in the hashtag we want head. Not sure if that's the best hashtag to possibly use on a professional live stream like this. I get the sentiment though, I really appreciate it. Maybe that commentator in the hashtag needs some work. Yeah, I think it does. And of course, if IFR are down a driver, that is big news for the championship. It indeed is. But obviously we will wait 2 more minutes. It's 38 by me, so 40 we will go and hopefully get this race underway. And obviously here at Abu Dhabi, Mike, I will get it up in the lobby because I haven't got my... Oh, I'm using the wrong controller. That's a start. I've got another controller on my bed. I've picked up the wrong one. There's the track, by the way. Abu Dhabi. Yas Island, known as. Track difficulty apparently is easy. 21 turns. 139.2 the lap record around here. It's 5.5 kilometres and then 3.4 mile. And then, of course, the lap record holder is Lewis Hamilton in 2019. And, Mike, we've had our fair share of commentaries around here in Abu Dhabi. What is the track like for the drivers to test? Because obviously it is changing for the new game.
Well, I mean, for me personally, when I drive around this track, it's all about sector 3 for me. You want a lovely, stable car in sector 3. Decently stable enough for sector 1, especially into turn 5 and 6 with that inside curb. For turn 6 can really catch you off guard if you get onto it a bit too much. Same for the chicane at turn 8 and 9 also. If you clip the curb a bit too much, it can be a little bit naughty. But yeah, sector 3 is where it's all won and lost, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely Sector 3 can be won and lost, and especially the middle sector, I think, through the little chicanes as well. Get caught in there, you will fling the car around. People are getting impatient, by the way. It is 40, so we are now going to be getting going out on track. And I'm just putting this message in now. Give me a second. And there we go. Yeah, everyone will now ready up, and we should be good to go, of course, for qualifying here in Abu Dhabi. Good luck, of course, to all of our teams that are competing here tonight, of course, and best of luck, of course, to the 17 drivers out on track as well. Short qualifying, 28 laps. We have set this to midnight as well. If there's any complaints in the lobby, please let me know so I can sort it out, and then we can get a restart going quite quickly. Ruben Teve saying there in the chat as well, good luck to everyone, and good luck indeed to everyone who is competing here tonight in Abu Dhabi. Final race of the season, Mike. Excited for this one?
Yeah, I'm even more excited now knowing that the IFR are going to be going in a driver down, because that increases TTG's chances drastically.
It does indeed, and we get into the session, obviously. It is beautiful, beautiful clear skies. Only that 1% chance of rain as we normally have in these sorts of races. And looking at some of the liveries, by the way, that have already joined on my end in the lobby. Looks very nice indeed. We've got an FFC car and I believe a VIR car, possibly beside each other in one of the pit boxes, right at the top end of the grid here. So, with...
I got to ask a question. Have you got it on one-shot quality?
No. It's,
it was counting me in. I thought it was one
It's 18 minutes. No, it's fine. Session will start in 0, what I've got at the top. It'll probably correct itself in a little bit. It's been weird since the maintenance obviously took place on Monday for this game. But yeah, we should be good to go. If not, we're probably going to have a restart straight off the bat. But I can promise you it's multiplayer cars. It looks like everyone's selected the right cars that they're in. We're just waiting on drivers to load the lobby. I think it's because I have a feeling they've changed the way that the people load up into the lobby, and I have a feeling that's a reflection of what is actually going to be like in F1 22. So I think they may have put this in the new game, see if it works, then obviously in the old game, see if it works, and then in the new game, obviously it's repeated. So I think it's a new feature that they've added in.
Oh, it's nice to see them testing the feature before the next game comes out. Let's make sure it works, because that is all we want for the next game.
Exactly, we all want that game, the F1 22 game, of course, to work. And as we are going to get going into towards qualifying, of course, 17 drivers about to do battle around here. Oh, already I can see a bit of a situation that we've got. Rotation, Kilcree, Tom and Michalizzi look like they're in the same car, which is not good for me in terms of the graphics on the left-hand side, but we will try and cope, of course. 2 drivers in the FRL team, 2 drivers, of course, representing VAC as well, but hopefully we're going to get going very soon indeed with the first cars leaving track very soon. And just a little bit of an announcement from my end as well. I will be doing Season 3, of course, hopefully a premiere next season, and I know quite a few of you have been missing the graphics that have been coming up, obviously, out on track. Well, I can tell you that graphics is going to be run next season for Premiere, because I am going to invest in OBS and Stream Deck and everything, so you will see graphics back in Premiere next season. Mike didn't even know about that one, I don't think, either.
No, I am flabbergasted. I am shell-shocked.
Don't blame me. First cars are out on track though. Jürgen and Mosi, the first 2 out on track. Both SXT drivers, both on a set of medium compound tyres as well. And already Mosi lagging on my screen, which is not the best thing to have in qualifying. Hopefully it might fix itself though as we go through the session. Just flicking through as well, we've got Kilcree coming out on track. I'm just going to see if there's any deciphering between the FRL livery and the VAC liveries. Michalizzi has left the session. He has got another invite, so he should be able to get back in okay. Kilcree there in 10th at this moment in time. Now, there's an all-black livery, pretty much. And Rotation hasn't left the pit lane just yet, so I don't know what Rotation's livery is like. Yogurt, though, first man here, mostly there in second. It's going to be very neat indeed to see what is going to be happening. Luke Etheridge in the chat, by the way. Can't think of anything happening on Mondays that has led to that, James. Yeah, PSGL's on Monday, and I'm going to be obviously commentating there as well, leading forward as well as TTML top tier. Yogurt, though, coming through the final corner on the run towards the line through turn 21, and on the run now towards the line, and starts us off on this run down and towards turn number 1, the left-hander through turn number 1. Oh, and he invalidates through turn number 1. That's not the best way to start your qualifying session at all. Mostly a bit cleaner through turn number 1, and then through the left-hander of turn number 2, and then through the right-hander of turn number 3. And this is where we get to, oh, it's mostly just ran very wide. How's that a valid lap time? I do not know. Comes down towards turn 4, and then 5, and then, of course, through the kink of 4, 5, and 6, and then into the hairpin at turn 7. This will be the hairpin at turn 5 in the new game, of course, where Verstappen famously made that brilliant move down the inside of Hamilton to get the race lead in Abu Dhabi to round off his championship, of course. Mostly lagging down the straight in towards turn number 8. Hopefully it's only on the straights that's doing that rather than the corners. Goes a little bit too deep in towards turn number 8. Hulkenberg was hanging like a cow there back in 2019. This now comes through the left-hander of turn 10 down the old F2 pit straight that used to start the GP2 races around here back in the mid-2010s, and mostly now coming through the middle sector. And it's a 17.4, it says, to the middle sector. 58.3, I think, is what I got. It's really hard to tell because he's just invalidated his lap time, which is unfortunate. Anybody else on the lap, Mike?
We got Pingu behind, who's really struggling on these curves, and his back end stepping out all over the place. It's not going to be a lightning lap from Pingu, but as long as it's a lap on the board, it's something he can improve on.
Yeah, just really wide coming through there, turn 18, then to the left-hander of turn 19, and Pingu's invalidated again. So we've got 3 drivers who we've got on board with on this lap who has invalidated so far. I think Castro was the next man, and he ran very wide coming through turn 19 there, and then in towards the right-hander of turn number 20. This is better. This looks like a valid lap actually from Castro as he comes through the final couple of corners. Not going to be the quickest time at all here to start. It's 37.1. It's the quickest time so far, but immediately beaten by Enzo by 1.7 seconds.
Yeah, but 1:35.4 for Enzo. And speaking of the qualifying times, what do you predict pole position to be in?
I would expect, well, Christmas just came in with a 35.3. I'd expect probably a high 133 as pole position around here. I'm not sure because the timings have obviously changed since the game first came out, and it's around a second slower around this track. So, if by my reckoning, it should be around a 33.7, 33.8, somewhere around that sort of mark, I think.
We'll have to wait and see if your prediction does come true. Right now, Christmas, the man out on top. I'm on board with Ahmed coming through the final few corners. Looks to be a relatively decent lap so far from EVG Ahmed.
Yep, Ahmed coming through the final corner on the run to the line, and he goes 4th on a set of soft compound tires, 35.8. Being reliably informed by the Masters League channel in the chat as well. A high 133 was Paul in League 1, so I wonder if we're going to get slightly quicker than that. Maybe a low 133 then, if that's the case. 33.1, 33.2 sort of thing. I would imagine around there. Carlsbury's coming through the middle sector. He was purple out of everyone, actually, in the middle sector. 57.9. He's coming through the final sector now, the triple right of 15, 16, and 17. 6 minutes gone in qualifying. You haven't missed much if you just joined. Christmas out on top, Enzo there in second, rotation there in third. As Carlsbury now comes through the final couple of corners and then runs, of course, through the right hand of turn 20, in towards turn 21. I have a feeling this might be the fastest lap time we've seen so far. Carlsbury ran the final corner on the run to the line. He doesn't actually. He goes 4th on multiple run set of soft compound tyres. 35.6 there. He goes 4th.
I'm currently on board with Charles's AT3S there. Puts it on provisional pole with a 35.2.
Yeah, good lap time by him. Just seen in the chat, by the way, see if Michalitzi has got another driver. Jeffrey saying, we have only one driver, he's saying. Apparently Jeffrey got put down as the second driver, so there might be some communication problems there in the IFR team here tonight. But Atlas out on top, Christmas in second, Enzo there in third. Just trying to see if there's anybody on the lap as well. Yogurt, who I know is very quick around this track, 57.6 in the middle sector. And Jeffrey told Kermit already that he couldn't make it, but he still got invites anyway. So if he wants to join and put in a bit of a session for IFR, wrap them up the championship, he can. Yogurt through the right-hander of turn 17, and then in toward the left-hander of turn number 18. And again, it was a 57.8 through the middle sector, so there or thereabouts what we saw with Colesbury sort of that time. And he now comes through for SXT into turn 20, and then to the right-hander at turn 21. And this might even be quickest, you know. Yogurt toward the line, 34.7 it is quickest, and that's on multiple runs on that sort of medium compound tyre. So it seems like track evolution is going to be absolutely key in this qualifying session.
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't think Yogurt was going to finish that lap, because I see his fuel like absolutely flashing profusely, and he's out of fuel already.
He is out of fuel, and he just managed to get that lap in, obviously. But Yogurt now out on top. On that sort of medium compound tyres, there's a little bit of a mixed-up grid, but we will get probably a more definitive answer into who is going to be pole position come the end of the session as well. Has Micheletti joined the session, by the way? I haven't seen him join. Are you able to give him another invite? Oh, actually, I can see him. He's on that lap. He's fine. He's in. He's fine.
He's himself geared up for a lap.
I didn't even see him join. So that's probably why I got a little bit nervous, saying, why is he out on track? But Micheletti is out on track, and as you said, Mike, he is now going to start this lap coming down in towards turn number 1.
Yep, and let's see if he can keep it all valid. Goes very deep into turn 1 on, he's lost the car, and that's a front wing completely off his car right there.
Yeah, right side line plate damage to the car for Micheletti. That's unfortunate. So easy to do. Coming out of turn number 1, he almost got turn 1 completely wrong on the entrance into the corner, and that's what put him off wide, and that's what put him then onto the sausage curb on the outside, spun the car around. Unfortunately for him, he is now pretty much out the session for now. We will be able to get another lap time in. Colesbury, though, sorry, not Colesbury, Christmas is the next one to come. It's a little bit too early for Christmas, more like Father's Day coming up here in the UK. But Christmas around the final corner, and now he has started up a lap on a sort of medium compound tyres, which is very, very keen to see in terms of the TTG strategy. LRB, by the way, just for the championship perspective, he's on that lap at the minute, but he's 9th, 36.6. So currently, Mike, TTG have both Christmas and Colesbury ahead, as Christmas now goes purple first sector.
Yeah, and this will be big if Christmas can not only get close to Yogurt's time, but if he can get ahead of Yogurt's time, that's going to be a very strong medium lap there from Christmas, and he might think that's good enough to keep in the top 10.
Yeah, definitely so, and Christmas, I think, is probably going to be up there. Colesbury, 35.6, should all be fine, yeah, but LRB, as you say, needs to have a very good lap time in. 36.6 at the minute, he's nearly 2 seconds off Yogurt's lap time, and that is a lot around here in Abu Dhabi. Even 2 or 3 tenths is quite a lot of a gap around here. Christmas in the middle sector, though, 57.9. He's not that quick through the middle sector. He might be shown as purple there. I don't think he's purple compared to what Yogurt was. So Christmas through the middle sector. We'll see what this final sector is like, because this final sector, you can really get the car honed in, and we'll see, of course, what the TTG man can do now. Coming in towards turn 17, and then in toward my favourite corners out on track, the double left of turns 18, and then to the left under turn 19. Get that sewn up, you're pretty much on for a good lap, as he nearly corrects himself into the wall there through turn 19, then to the right hander of turn 20, and then to the right hander of turn 21, and Christmas on the run to the line. 35.2, and he only goes 100th clear of Atlas. Enzo, though, on a lap time as well. He is backed off his lap.
Yep, and so they're going to gear up to go for another lap, I presume, in just a moment, as trying to go on board with someone come towards the end of their lap. Ahmed's
on a lap, but he's invalidated. Just trying to see as well. LRB is 57.8 in the middle sector, so this might be one to watch out for, actually. The IFR man, 9 tenths up in the middle sector. That's going to put him around Christmas Atlas sort of area. So he'll be hoping, I think, to go second with this lap. And he goes second Christmas, though, can respond on that set of soft compound tyre later on in this session. But LRB, I know he is a quick driver for IFR as well, a former IFR driver, of course. IFR being totally committing themselves now to the PC side as opposed to the PS4 side. But LRB's coming to the final corner. I think he'll go second with this quite comfortably on the run to the line, and he does 35.1 on that set of soft compound tyre. But only being one driver down, obviously, as Mosey now goes quickest, 34.4 on that set of soft compound tyre. Back to LRB though, Mike. Third position, 35.1. I'd be still really unimpressed with his lap time, because Christmas now, he can easily go into a set of softs and absolutely obliterate that.
Yeah, it's not looking too good right now if you're supporting IFR with LRB's time at the moment. But he should have just enough time to maybe get one more run in.
Yeah, I think so. It's 5 minutes left to go in the session. I think he could even get 2 runs in, to be honest, if he actually gets round before the timer obviously comes out towards around the 4-minute mark. But yeah, mostly out on top now. You're getting second, LRB third, Christmas back into the and then fourth. Atlas on a lap though. He's coming through the final couple of quarters. Normally around 10 seconds from that Rolex sign underneath the bridge. Normally around 10 seconds. Atlas though is duking me into the pit lane, so we're not going to go on board with him. Carlsbury though, I think he just came off a lap, 35.3, did improve on that lap time. The Finn and Tom coming through the first sector, 17.2 in the first sector. So Tom there or thereabouts in the first sector, but obviously Mike, middle sector and final sector can count as well.
Yep, and from what we're seeing so far, we're definitely seeing these guys really wrestle with these curbs so far.
Yeah, I think they have to take the curbs quite aggressive, otherwise they're just going to end up their car spinning into the wall or spinning off the curb and then possibly just totally messing up the tyres, overheating them completely. Tom is on a lap though, he's getting a bit of cheeky slipstream here from Carlsbury. This is going to be a good middle sector here as well. Tom, 57.6 in the middle sector, that's the fastest I've seen out of everyone so far here tonight, and he's on a really good lap, is the driver, of course, here for VAC. Oh, and he snaps it through 10.14, and that is him pretty much nearly out the session, but he's kept it out the wall, which is good.
Yep, and once again, the curbs coming in to bite you when you just take a little bit too much of them. We saw it right there with Tom, just took a little bit too much on that exit curb and it came back and bit him.
Yeah, it's almost as if he was listening to the stream in the background and he probably heard a commentator's curse from us. Don't want to go down that route at all. Mostly though out on top, you'll get second, LRB in third. Charles now to the line, he improves 36.6, he improved 4.5 tenths on that lap there in 13th. Ruben Teve was on a lap, but he's actually backed off. Shane, however, is on a lap. The EVG man for Avora, of course. Avora down at the bottom end of the field. They can outscore, obviously, the team nearest to them. I think it's only around, 3-4 points, I think, the gap coming into tonight between the 9th and 10th place team. But Shane on a lap. First comer, actually, a newcomer here to EML. Hopefully going to be sticking around next season as well for Season 3. Sign-ups are open, by the way, for the shorter season of EML Premier, which I'm not sure if I can get permission from Kermit in the chat, possibly. Can I announce that at the end of the stream? But Shane is still on this lap, though, Mike.
Yep, Shane in the final sector, and hopefully you get an answer from Kermit as soon as possible on that. But looks like a decent lap so far from Shane. It's not going to threaten Mosey or Jorget's time so far, but looks like it could possibly be a top 10 contender for the time being.
Yeah, coming through the final couple of corners, goes wide through 21 on the run to the line, and he goes 13, so just shy actually of Castro's lap time, but a good lap time nonetheless there by Shane. Anybody else on the lap? I'm trying to pick on who's furthest on. I think Pingu was one of the furthest on. No, it's not. It's not Pingu. Who's that? It's Charles. That's the furthest on. But he, I don't believe, is actually on a lap here. He's going to go for multiple runs, it seems, though, on this set of soft compound tyres. So maybe getting a little bit of run in for qualifying ends. Kilcree there. Tom there. And I think it's Michalizzi that's furthest on. And he's just about to start up a lap.
Yep, so we'll see how he gets on. Hasn't got a lap time on the board yet. He's on a set in the medium, so We'll see if he can get himself up the order, as he's lagging about a bit for me. I don't know about you.
He is, yeah, he is. I mean, I think it's just have to cope, to be honest, and he's picked up he's invalid through the first sector as well. And I have a feeling the rotation has retired out on track as well, I think that was. No, that's in the pit lane, I think, for rotation.
In the pit lane for rotation, I'm on board with Enzo's just coming out of the hairpin. I believe he could be the furthest along, though. That's Ahmed, I believe, the furthest along.
Yeah, Ahmed is furthest on, I believe, on a lap. Yeah, he's 12 minutes up through the first sector. 17.4, well, nothing to really write home about in the first sector at all. But coming through the middle sector now, we will see what Ahmed can do in this middle sector. It was quite consistent the last time he appeared, of course, for EVG in EML. Of course, they've only been here, I think, 2 or 3 races, if I'm not mistaken, as well. But it was 900 up in the middle sector. It's not going to be the pole position lap time at all. We will have to watch out for, I think, on Christmas's lap time. He's just coming through the first sector, I believe. Ahmed, though, coming in towards turn 17, and then into the left-hand of turn 18 and 19. As Shane has retired his teammate into the pit lane, and Ahmed runs wide. Surely has to back off his lap. If he's not going to improve on that lap time, then I may as well be blind coming through turn number 19 there, because that was a clear corner cut. We all saw that on the stream, unfortunately. And Ahmed coming to the line. He improves his position, but he doesn't improve his improves his time, but he doesn't improve his position. Which I think we can let him off as Enzo goes second and behind, 35.5 from him. Yorga to 10th up through the first sector. LRB's 3/10 down in the middle sector, so really not liking this at all. Christmas is on a lap time as well. He's now on a set of softs, and I think he's going for the purple middle sector out of everyone, and it is. It's a 57.5 in the middle sector, so we'll see what Christmas can do. Mosi on a lap as well. He's just ahead of him, actually out on track, but he's invalidated, so we'll go back on board with Christmas. Atlas goes fourth there for VIR, and now Kilcree goes third as well for the RIC team, so that's a good lap time. Pingu could be getting in the way of Christmas. I'm not sure if Pingu is on a lap just in front of Christmas, but if not, he's going to give him a real bit of dirty air coming through this final sector, through turn 19, then to the right under turn 20. This is looking on the limit here for Christmas's pole position as he now comes through. Pingu is on a lap in front of him. This is going to help him along. Christmas around the final corner and validates. He invalidates through the final corner, and that was all being put off, I think, by the car ahead of him. Carlsbury is on a lap time, but I don't think he's going to actually improve on this. He does. He goes 7th.
Yorga coming for the final few corners. He's backed out. He was 2 times up in the middle sector, but I'm guessing he lost a bit too much time in the final sector.
Yeah, which is unfortunate. Yogurt there in the pit lane. Charles, I believe, has backed off his lap as well. He's around the final corner and on the run to the line, and we will wait on Yogurt and Mosi to retire. But it is Mosi out on top. We said how SXT might be one of the teams to follow. Nobody expected them, nothing, to be on pole position. Very good qualifying from Mosi there, making his EML debut. Enzel there in second, Kilcree in third. Bit of a mix-up for the top 3, and look at where TTG and IFR are starting. TTG 7th and 9th, LRB for IFR 8th.
I hope LRB likes our TTG sandwich, because that's exactly where he's at right now.
He's got a TTG filling, and he's just the mayonnaise, I think, that's in the middle of the sandwich at this point. But it is Mosi out on top. Of course, the top 3 qualified on that set of soft compound attire, but Mosi out on top, from Enzo in second, Kilcree in third. About 3/10 of a second actually covering the top 4, which is not too bad. Yogurt there in fourth in a set of mediums. Watch out for him in this race, because he's going to be the quickest man in the longer term. Atlas there in fifth, Tom in sixth, Carlsbury in seventh, LRB in eighth, Christmas in ninth. Rotation run off the top 10. Now it's Ahmed, Ruben, Tave, Castro, Charles in 14th, Shane in 15th, round off the top 15, Pingu there in 16th, and Mikalitsi didn't get a lap time set in. He was out on track, he just set invalid lap times, and he starts right at the back of the field for FRL, which is not the best thing to be, right at the back of the field, but carnage can happen around here, Mike, especially through turn 3.
Yep, carnage can happen, but psychologically for the FRL boys, advantage SXT in their championship battle for food.
I've been tagged, by the way, by Kermit in a private message. And also, bit of breaking news, IFR, because they didn't manage to field Jeffrey, they've actually lost 5 points. They have minus now 5 points as a result of not feeding the correct lineup, I believe. So that now puts the gap down to 21. So only what TTG need is 22 points to outscore IFR. IFR, basically, if LRB outscores both TTG drivers, that's it. It's game over. But TTG need to outscore LRB and IFR by 22 points to win the championship.
Yep, and just looking to see if LRB can win the race. Well, TTG would need. If LRB wins, I don't think there's anything TTG can do about it.
No, LRB wins. I look at the point system. I guarantee you it's 30 points, though, for the actual race win around here, if I'm not mistaken. I'll just 25. Get up the point system in a second. Give me a second. Yeah, 25, actually, for the win. So if LRB wins and TTG finish second and third, then we are on to something.
No, nothing, I don't think, because... Let's go, they'll miss out by about, what's it, 3-4 points? Something like that?
Yeah, you might be right, actually. 42 points compared to 25. 17 points. Yeah, so they'll miss out by 4 points. 4 or 5 points, something like that. Yeah. Well, we'll have to work it out as the race goes along, I think. Quick maths really is not my forte here on the stream. But what is, though, is the formation map. And Mosi there out on top. Enzo in second, Kilcree in third. Of course, top 10 qualified on the compound tires that they qualified on. So that means Yogurt, Christmas and Rotation qualified on that set of medium compound tyre. Everyone else in the top 10 qualified on that set of softs. That's Mosi, Enzo, Kilcree, Atlas, Tom, Carlsbury and LRB, all on a set of softs. And then, further down the field, we have got a majority of drivers on a set of mediums. It's Ahmed, Ruben, Teve, Charles, Shane, Pingu and Mikelitzi who are on a set of mediums. Castro on a set of softs though, Mike, and that is actually good play from FFC, but it looks like with Castro they're going to do two-stop.
Yeah, potentially. I mean, the one-stop can work around you, so if Castro wants to try and extend those softs from a set of mediums to the end, he can do so, but it's going to be looking to try and make moves early on, and around here, the DRS train can be very difficult to make your way through on.
Luke, by the way, in the LOE Discord, has just said to me, I wasn't supposed to read out the hashtag. Oh well, it was a comment. I had to read out a comment. What we expected me to do. Anyways, we're going to get going for 28 laps around here in Abu Dhabi. Yes, we want head indeed coming into tonight, but mostly out on top. Enzo in second, Kilcree in third. I know that sounds very wrong, but trust me, there is something more demeaning to that than actually the funniness that is in that hashtag. But Mike, though, quickly, who's your top three?
I'm going to go with Yogurt for the win, Mosi second, and Kilcree third.
Let's find out and see who is going to come out on top. Will it be LRB and IFR, or will it be TTG? 5 red lights coming on here for the final time this season in EML Premier. And it's lights out and away we go. And my camera angles were absolutely terrible off the start. But Enzo now on the back of Mosi in towards turn 1. He might lunge it down in towards turn 1. He doesn't. There's a bit of contact further down the field. I think Ahmed was trying to lunge it on Charles possibly in through turn number 1. But Mosi leads the way. Enzo in second is all over the back end of the SXT man. Coming through turn number 3. And then on the run out of turn number 4 in towards the first chicane. Turns 5 and 6. And Atlas dives it down the inside on a Kilcree for 3rd and 4th. They remain in that position though, as Atlas really wanting to try and get the move done. Carlsbury though has got a really good start down the inside line of Yogurt, gets the job done. LRB's already lost down to 10th position, so LRB currently getting outscored by TTG. It's currently not enough though with the point system that we've got, as Enzo chases down Mosi all the way down in towards turn number 8 and 9. The second chicane out on track, and Enzo down the inside line on Mosi. Nearly a bit of a touch there as Mosi hangs on to the lead of the race. Enzo tries to go around the outside and let's Kilcree in now for the action as well. The Frenchman on the outside line of Enzo running in towards turn number 11 at the end of the middle sector. Might be Mosi who leads the way, but Enzo's going to have a think about going down the inside line in towards turn number 11. Doesn't want to risk getting Kilcree, goes all the way around the outside through turn 12, through the the left-hander of 13, doesn't get the move done, and look who's joining the fray. Atlas and Yogurt have now got through, so into 3rd and 4th they go. Mosi leads the way though, Mike. Enzo in 2nd, Atlas Copo in 3rd, and still we've got side-by-side action through the final sector.
Yeah, I was just on board with a battle between LRB, Castro and Charles, getting very close to each other. A little bit over the limit, I'd say, between the driving between them.
Oh!
But, What do you see?
Somebody destroyed the polystyrene board, is what I've just seen. I thought it was front wing damage actually on the car, but Mosi leads the way. It's Enzo in second, it's Atlas in third. Castro was into the pit lane, so he's obviously picked up front wing damage on the first lap, and the set of medium compounded tyres will go on. Mechanic just comes into the camera shot. Thank you so much, Codemasters. Mosi leads the way. Enzo in second, Atlas Kofo in third, Yogan in fourth. Kiltree had a really good start, though. He's there in fifth position. He obviously got out-muscled by Atlas and Yogan in through the final sector then, but the RSE driver looked very quick off the start. He's lost a couple of positions. He's only lost 2 positions, and he can obviously gain this back as the race progresses. But on settling down, Mosi leads the way, Enzo second, Atlas in third, as we've got Shane round and the hairpin at turn 7.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough race now for Shane after that spin. Just looking at seeing who's going to try and make a move in this midfield pack. Christmas getting very close to Tom there into the chicane, but wasn't able to make a move. Rotation is there sticking on the back of the TTG driver, and LRB is kind of dropping off this train a little bit.
Yeah, maybe he's done multiple laps on that set of soft compounded tyre, and therefore mediums, obviously his rotation nearly goes into the marina, coming out of turn number 14. Good job there was a wall there on the right hand side, otherwise he would have been a sinking ship. His rotation there in 9th, but he is pulling away from LRB. I totally get your point there, Mike. He's a second behind now, and LRB is dropping out of both slipstream range and DRS range, which is absolutely crucial. He sees possibly the title slipping. Shane has spun again through turn number 17 through the right-hander. He's got caught in the curb, I think, there. Think he's still going well on track, which is good. Mosi, though, leads the way. Ends on second, Atlas in third. I think SXT game plan is to try and get Mosi outside of the second gap to Enzo. VR, though, at SXT, as Shane, I think, has spun again through turn 20. And Atlas and Enzo, though, second and third position. They're looking probably the stronger team. Both of them on a set of soft compounded tyre. Yoga, though, on that set of mediums is going to come into play longer term. His rotation, I think, is round coming to the chicane at turn 5.
Yeah, unfortunate for rotation. Around dropping well down the order, and he comes back on track behind his teammate.
And look further down the field, LRB is going to be overtaken by Charles. To the inside line goes the CGT man, he's through and he's into 9th. And LRB drops down another position as Christmas absolutely sent it down the inside line of turn 8. Just got aboard with that one quite late, but Christmas gets the move done. He's soon into 8th, but for how long? Because Tom is now coming back at him. They haven't both got DRS. They have both got DRS, in fact. And Christmas will, I think, hold on to that position. Tom will be wanting those set of mediums to try and get him into that slipstream and into the race as well, because Tom's tyres will obviously go off as this session progresses on. Pingu in rotation side by side through the chicane. There was a bit of contact between them both, and Pingu there down in 12th, rotation there in 13th, Michalizzi now in 14th position. But in terms of position gains off the stars, we've gone now through 3 laps. Charles has gained 5 positions, most gained for the CTG drivers, with Pingu also gaining 4, Michalizzi's gained 3, Christmas on 2, Atlas on 2, and Cosby on 1 position gain so far. Lap 4 out of 28, DRS now well enabled, of course, out on track, and LRB trying to pressurise Charles. He needs every single bit of luck, though, out in front of him, because there is no way, I don't think LRB is going to try and absolutely wrap up this championship, because TTG are pulling away from him, both out on track and in terms of the results.
Yeah, TTG doing everything they need to do so far. They're keeping in this train at the top end. Meanwhile, LRB well off his train, and maybe now has to start. Oh no, Shane.
Safety car.
Safety car.
Yeah, that's through turn 20. I think he's got caught on the outside curb through turn 20. And already EVG down 1 driver. Michalizzi has also left the session, so hopefully we might be able to get him back in. However, I think Michalizzi's AI is actually in the middle of this pack, so I don't know why it's glitched itself. 5-second penalty as well for Castro for gaining a place. Which is weird, even though Michalizzi's now in 17th. I don't get it. He's there in 14th anyways. There's a glitch on our end in terms of the graphics. But Michalizzi's there in 14th at the minute. He is still, though, a non-human car. He's a ghost car, basically, out on track.
I don't know if if the game. I mean, of course, the game is back, and Castro is literally on his own. I don't know how he's gained the position. There's no one near him.
There is nobody near him, but yeah, Michalizzi's in 17th according to our screen, correct?
Yes, on my end, he's also 17th.
Yeah, and I'm on board with him, and he's ahead of Ruben Teve out on track. Take of that what you will, but top guys are into the pit lane. Yoga will continue on that set of mediums. He's going one stop clearly. Mikulicki has rejoined the session, so hopefully this will fix things. And his AI is going to stay out on track, which I think is probably the best thing to do. And therefore, as now Mikulicki has gained, he's just totally glitched, I think. Hopefully, though, it might correct itself when he joins the session. He is, though, at the minute in P4, I believe, coming out of the pit lane.
Oh no, 4, you're right.
Yeah, safety car's the other dot. That's what I was getting confused with as well.
I thought Ruben was out of it.
No, there is Ruben there. Yeah, Ruben's in 5th, I think. Mosi there is in 6th, and Enzo's in 7th. So yeah, basically, take Mikulicki into P4 and put everyone a position down in your heads. We'll try and cope with that as we go through the session if we can. But, obviously, we will miss stuff. It is just the nature of commentary at the end of the day. Yoga leads the way from Christmas in 2nd, Pingu in 3rd. Guys sent on a set of mediums, Mike. Obviously, we saw in League 1 and League 2 safety car periods as well. What do the drivers do? What do Yoga, Christmas and Pingu do? Because surely they're going to be one-stop strategy and probably until the halfway stage.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be on these mediums for quite some time. They're not going to be extremely terrible right now compared to the fresh mediums behind them. But unfortunately for them, they're going to have to try and take these tyres as long as possible. Chuck on a set of sauce maybe around lap 18, I'd say. Maybe 19, so the safety car, they'd be able to take them an extra couple of laps, so and come back at these guys towards the end. It's the guys on the mediums, I think, will struggle towards the end, because this will be a long way to take mediums unless they're going for the 2-stop.
Yeah, definitely so. I've seen, though, drivers do like 18, 19 lap all mediums before, and then, obviously, they've gone to the softs for around the last 8, 9 laps of the race. But by lap 5 or 6 in that stint, they're totally shot because it's so much higher tyre wear around here in Abu Dhabi compared to other tracks, compared to, for example, Brazil, which of course you can catch the action for TTML from tomorrow night. F2 and F3 going to be live and exclusive both on Twitch and YouTube. F2 on Twitch, of course, myself and Storm taking through the action hopefully for F2, and then F3 Mike and possibly Ivan going to be joining you in the chat. He did say he mightn't be able to do it, but I think we saw a message earlier that he is able to do it, which is good. So Ivan will be joining you there for F3. F4 as well, myself and Buck taking to the action for the season finale in F4. The championship can still be won there, apart from F2 and F3 of course, but you can't. And F1 of course on Sunday as well for TTML F1. And while we've got your attention as well, TTG Esports PC Invitational is on Saturday night as well, I believe at 8 PM UK time, and Mr. Luke Etheridge, if he's still there and hasn't gone to sleep and isn't crying because Doncaster's been relegated to League 2, he will be taking to the action, of course, alongside Ayub Khan. And there you have it. As we are on lap 6 out of 28 under the safety car period, Yoga leads the way, Crispus in 2nd, Pingu in 3rd, Ruben Teve in 4th, but he's not 4th because Mikulicki is 4th at the minute. Ruben Teve will be in 5th then, Mosi in 6th, Enzo 7th, Kilcree 8th, Colsbury 9th, Tom top 10, then Atlas, Charles, LRB, Rotation, Castro and Ahmed, all the top 16 drivers still going out on track. Of course, safety car caused by Shane. As speaking of the safety car, it is in this lap with Yoga being the virtual Bert Marlander.
Yeah, now Yogurt will back up the pack, and where do you reckon he's going to bolt it from out of the penultimate corner or out the final corner?
Out of turn 19. I think he'll be out of turn 19 because looking at the way he's progressing, the safety car goes slow around this track anyways, but coming through the final couple of corners, you can see already he's wanting to get on with things. He'll slow everyone up through this part of the track, slow everyone up into turn 17, then slow everyone up in towards turn 18. The safety car, though, is going to be nowhere near the pit lane when it comes round. So Jürgen either has to stop out of track and put these guys basically into a bit of full censored, or he's going to go possibly on the exit of the ultimate corner, which I think, Mike, you might be right in saying. But you can see he wants to get heat into the tyres. He wants to try and progress, and actually Yogurt is about to say go, I think. He's coming in towards the final corner, and he's actually going to go at the exit of the final corner, which is not according to the script at all. Christmas was very close there. He's backing up the pack, and now he says go. And Ruben Teve is under pressure as well from Mosi off the start. Mosi to the outside line, in towards turn number 1. He can't actually go. Mikalitzi's AI has just ghosted through, and actually Mikalitzi's AI has just ghosted ahead of Ruben Teve. So he's at the full. What on earth is going on with Mikalitzi's AI? It's ridiculous.
I am seeing things that I don't normally see on F1. I'm scared. As Ruben Teve flips the curve, unfortunately, and he's dropping down the order.
He is. I wonder if he got caught a little bit of damage maybe with Mikalitzi's AI. LRB's nearly spun on the curb as well through the hairpin at turn 7. Yogurt though leads the way. It's a good restart up the top end of the field. Don't get me wrong, Christmas there in second, Pingu there in third, and Christmas will be hoping that Pingu doesn't want this P2, otherwise it's going to be an early Christmas present. Mikalitzi, by the way, is going around on track. I promise you, he is not a ghost car. He is a human car out there. But judging by this, he's on the back now of Pingu there in P3. Certainly on my screen anyways. Not sure what's happening on Mike's end, to be honest with him. But mostly there in 4th at the minute. Enzo there in 5th. Mikalitzi makes another mistake, but he's lagging all over the place. And Kilcree was right on the back of Enzo, coming through turn 13.
Yeah, but I was just on board with Ruben Teve there as he gets overtaken by both Charles and Rotation coming into the chicane at the start of sector 3, and Ahmed picking up a 3-second time penalty, and it's all kicking off in the midfield.
Yeah, he was running through the middle sector there. I caught that actually, that 3-second penalty. Ahmed was on the inside through turn 15, which is the second of the double right-handers. LRB was on his outside line, and Ahmed basically had so much room to the left-hand side of him, he decided to cut the curb, and that is what happened. He wanted to give LRB as much room as possible, and therefore picked up the first 3-second time penalty of the night. As Pingu's obviously got a 3-second, and Castro obviously picking up a 5-second. I'm sure FFC will put something in though. Not sure what's going to happen in this battle for third goal though, because Mikalitzi is lagging like a laggy thing. Mosi now into 4th. Enzo there into 5th, and Mikalitzi's now ghosting once again. It's really off-putting for the drivers if they are seeing this. Atlas, though, I believe, has just possibly made a mistake and is under pressure from Tom and behind, and Carlsbury now in the back of Kilcree running down in towards turn number 8 as now down the inside line goes Mosi on Pingu, gets the job done, beautiful, moving towards turn 8, Carlsbury on board with though, trying to go around the outside through turn 9, doesn't get the move done, he might do in towards turn 11 though, Kilcree there in 6th, Carlsbury there in 7th at this point, and on the run up towards turn number 11, I don't think they're close enough as Pingu's right on the back of Mosi and dives down the inside line, contact. And there's contact, and Pingu shouldn't have forced the inside line there, and he's pretty much off the grass into the wall nearly, as LRB has to escape, possibly, and he dives down the inside line of Pingu as well, and LRB getting involved in contact, doesn't want to be doing this at all. If there's any member of IFR team in there, might be one that's getting very aggressive in the back end of the field. I think Castro's got damage, if I'm not mistaken, and he slid himself nearly, and Pingu has slid himself as well, nearly into the wall out of 17. 2 mistakes there, Castro down to 14, Pingu down to 15, and Castro has indeed got damage on that left side end plate.
It's all getting a bit scrappy now down towards the back end, moving back up towards the top. I mean, we've got Mosi are going to try and do his best to kind of close in Yogurt and Christmas, but they're 3 seconds clear now. It's going to be a Herculean task for Mosi to get himself close to those two, with those two DRS in each other.
Yeah, Mikalitzi update, by the way, he's in P7 at the minute in time, and he's getting overtaken by, I think that is Atlas down the inside on the hairpin, and yeah, Atlas I think has got that job done for position. Enzo though on the back of Mosi, this is the next overtake to happen. This should be quite easy for the VAR man, pulls the inside line and towards turn 8, and actually there's contact between Mosi and Enzo, decent contact down the straight, and Enzo was sent into a spin, never seen anything like that before down and towards turn 8. And that just comes to show possibly the nature of the game and the nature of the desync that we're having in this lobby. Of course, we will monitor as we go on as Christmas now overtakes Yogurt possibly for the race lead down in towards turn 11. Yogurt though holds it around the outside. Fair play to Yogurt. Gets the job done. Christmas on the inside line though coming out of 14. Doesn't get the job done. But Yogurt there, really good defensive driving. He held it pretty much flat out through the chicane, and he kept the lead of the race. That was smart driving, as Atlas is going to go for the outside of Carlsbury as well. And I believe Carlsbury has either let him through there or he's got slight damage on the car.
Trying to get a good camera angle so I can have a look at that front wing. It doesn't appear to be any visible.
Unless it's his tyres. I have a feeling, though, it's damage. No, he stays out. It mustn't be. He must be just tyres. As Tom nearly gets caught as well by rotation and behind, and Enzel there. And it's so off-putting with Michelissi's AI. Michelissi at this point, I think, should just leave the session and then obviously let everyone just get on with things out on track, because his ghost code will be taken out of play. The desync will go as a result. If I was FRL Ginger, or whoever's in charge of the FRL team, I'd be saying to Michelissi, your race is run, because I have a feeling he'll probably get disqualified at the end anyways.
Well, we got Kilcree now on the back of Mosey, and after seeing what happened on the last lap, does Kilcree take this now a lot more cautious?
I would think so. The Italian, though, Mosey, has got a very good run down in towards turn 8 and will obviously hold the position. Tom has got the move done on Colesbury, and rotation absolutely sends it down the inside line of Colesbury. The Finn and the Swede now battling through turn 8 and 9. They're leading each other slightly. Bit aggressive. Enzel has to try and take avoiding action from Michelissi's AI involved in that as well. And Enzel's on the back of Colesbury. These guys, by the way, Michelissi is getting blue flags according to our screen. I don't think he was. Rotation sent it down the inside line, and Ahmed is in the wall. Or somebody was in the wall there. I don't know who it was. I think it was Michelissi's AI possibly that was in the wall. You're going to leading the way. Christmas and second, Mosey in third. This race just gets stranger and stranger.
Yep, it does, as we've got Enzo getting through on Carlsbury now, as Carlsbury starting to slip down the order. And Christmas with a 3-second time penalty. How costly is that going to be later in this race?
It's going to be crucial, I think. Yeah, Christmas now in second. 3-second penalty. We're running you through the penalties, by the way. Mosey goes very wide out the final corner as well. Clearly not track limits in operation, I think these guys believe. Track limits are in operation, and I do have it on the strictest thing as well. But Christmas, 3-second penalty. Kilcree 3, LRB, Hamed, and Pingu on 3. There's a spinner, and that is Pingu, I think, that has spun out the final corner. Pingu. It is. Yeah, it's Pingu who spun. As Pingu picked up a 3-second penalty, and Castro's obviously got 5 seconds as well.
Now we'll see if Kilcree goes for this move now down in towards turn 8.
Here's Christmas. Sorry to cut you off, Mike. Christmas is more immediately down the inside line. Kilcree will get them moved in as well on Mosey, but Christmas sends it in too deep. Yoga now tries to switch back out of turn 9. And then up the hill in towards turn 11. Christmas has not got any DRS. It's lagging a little bit as well. But Yoga now on the outside line has to try it out. Master him once again in towards turn 11. He holds around the outside line. And what a move that is by Yoga to get the race lead. That is incredible driving from him. SXT mean business here tonight. And Yoga damn well means business as well out on track. That's phenomenal. Christmas in second. And that... it's probably the best example of driving I think I've seen through the chicane here in Abu Dhabi on this game cycle. That was unbelievable from Yoga. Really fair, really respectful, beautiful, and SXT should be proud of that one.
Yeah, Yoga doing a fantastic job there out in the lead. However, the battle in between those two has allowed Kilcree on those fresher tyres to be just outside that DRS window.
He is, he's 1 second, and he's just set the fastest lap of the race as well. 38.5 on that set of medium compound tyres. He's on fresher mediums, but I would say I'd be draining the battery coming through turns 2 and 3 just to try and get within that second, because he realises DRS detection point is on before this chicane, or just after the chicane in fact on this game, but he's 9/10 in, so Kilcree is within the DRS range now on Christmas, which is good to see. Further down the field though, good battle developing. Colesbury involved obviously in, it must have been some sort of incident, because he's now well off the back of Tom. He's lost 3.5 seconds. He must have some sort of damage on that car. Charles and LRB though are going to have a fight. Christmas going to go for the move on Yoga again? No.
He's going to wait for the run down into turn 11, I think. Try and get a good exit here.
Ahmed down the inside line of LRB. LRB's later on the brakes though, holding around the outside. Christmas will get the race lead as well. But right above the battle further down, Christmas got the race lead on Yogurt. Enzel's fighting with rotation as well. He gets the job done in towards turn 11. And Ahmed's just been overtaken by LRB as well. So LRB through his into 11th on the outside line there. Ahmed there in 12th. Very good racing, I've got to say, out on track. It's a bit aggressive at points. We've got an AI car that's just spawning itself, maybe causing contact with other cars. Other than that, though, this is a really good race. I'm not even halfway through. Oh my God! as Christmas nearly hit the wall coming out of turn 19.
Tell you what, I'm looking on board with Carsby right now, and I suspect he may have a bit of side pod damage or something.
Yeah, he's got some sort of damage on that car. Because he's been overtaken by an AI, which is not an AI because it's Michelizi's car, out on track, and it's just glitching pretty much everywhere. Certainly on our end, at least. Charles is on the back of him as well. And Carlsbury, he wants to try and get to the end of the race. He knows that LRB is 2 positions behind him, out on track. And look at how Carlsbury's taking turn 2 there. I think, if I'm a betting man, it's left side pod damage on that car as LRB dives down the inside line of Charles. Crucial for LRB. He's through into 10, got Carlsbury in front of him. IFR's hopes are still alive, but to what effect? Because Christmas, currently outscoring LRB, have to do the point system at this stage. We'll do that in a second, because LRB's on the back of Carlsbury, running down the straight once again, in towards turn number 8, but he's not going to get the job done.
Carsby with some great straight line speed right there, and he's on the back of
Yogurt pulls the inside line on Christmas, overtakes him into the race lead once again. Christmas is going to try and outdo a Yogurt masterclass through turn 12 and 13. Doesn't get the move done. Yogurt leading the way. Christmas in second. Kilcree in third. Mosi in fourth. Atlas saying hello to the party there as well in fifth. And Enzo in rotation on entirely out of this either, because these 5 are battling ahead. And Enzo in rotation, only 2 seconds off. 2 seconds is not a big gap to gain around here.
Especially when they're fighting as fiercely as Yogurt and Christmas are. That's for sure, and we're seeing how quickly these guys are closing in. Not only that, Yogurt and Christmas tyres now starting to feel a little bit second hand for them.
They are. Kilcree and Mosi probably getting to that point as well. I know they've got 5 lap pressure tyres that will counter around a 15% better off in terms of tyre wear at this point in the race. But I will try and do the point system as we stand at this moment in time. I don't think we're going to see any moves, perhaps, unless ILRB's on the back of Carlsbury through turn number 1. But as it stands at the moment, I'm just going to get the point system up, as LRB is on the back of Carlsbury, coming out of turn 4, and then in towards the chicane of 5 and 6. He's not going to get the move done. So currently as it stands, Christmas in second, 22 points. Carlsbury, soon to be 10th, I think, 11 points, 33 for TTG. LRB, yeah, it's not enough. TTG's not enough, but Carlsbury loses more positions, then it's on.
Yeah, I mean, for right now, obviously, with Carlsbury ahead of LRB, TTG are doing enough to take it as Christmas around the outside of Yogurt, and will Kilcree try and follow through? He's going to try and have a look.
And I tell you what, Yogurt didn't want to bring his nose into that at all. That again is smart driving from him in second. Really smart because he's got no penalties as well. Enzo in 6th, rotation 7th, Carlsbury and LRB. 3 wide through the chicane, and Michelizi's involved in that as well. If he's a goal scorer out on track, that's probably the most phenomenal thing I think I've ever seen. And Carlsbury, Michelizi I thought was getting out of the way there. But LRB and Carlsbury, I kid you not, that was 3 wide coming through 12 and 13.
Unbelievable. But LRB does come out on top now, and yeah, it's definitely some form of damage on Carlsbury's car. Look how much he's understeering there for the penultimate corner. And he's already out of, almost out of DRS range as he goes very wide on the exit of the final corner, and he's out of DRS range already.
Yeah, and Charles is on the back of him, Ahmed's on the back of him as well. Those both, I think, will try and get the move done, obviously, out on track. My TV's going to turn itself off in 60 seconds, don't want that at all. There is a spinner, though, out on track, and that is Pingu round on the other side through turn 8 and 9. So Pingu round coming through turn 9. I think it's just a pure spin on the curb. He's got the car back going again. TTG currently 11th and 15th out on track, or 11th and 16th, if you're not. Michelizi, oh my goodness me, I thought Mosi nearly careered into the back of Kilcree there, as Christmas has run very out wide. Yeah, Christmas has run out wide, coming through turn 9, and now Kilcree's on the back of Christmas. He's going to be swallowed up by the pack here, I think, and Yogurt and Kilcree take full action of that, and they take the lead of the race, and into second goes Kilcree as well. So Yogurt leads the way, Kilcree now in second, Christmas there in third, and Christmas purely, Mike, his tyres are now beginning to let him down, and if I was him, I'd probably be trying to extend that stint as much as possible. I was going to say I'd probably pit in, but what tyres does he go on? He will have to go on Trisetta Hards.
Yeah, for Christmas he needs to extend these tyres just another 3-4 laps realistically just to be able to take the softs to the end. As the virtual safety cars come out.
Pingu, I think, through the final corner. Yeah, he's in the... Yeah, he smashed into the pit wall as Pingu's in the pit lane. And that means Yogurt and Christmas into the pit lane. And that obviously gives him a free... This is the... Well, we were just saying there, Mike, it's probably the worst point. Christmas onto a set of softs. Christmas on a set of softs. Yogurt on a set of softs. They've got no other choice. Tom, LRB, all in. If they get 12 laps on a set of softs, I'd be very surprised, because they'd be absolutely burnt by the end of the race.
Yeah, and I think now advantage goes back to IFR here, because I mean, as you say, the softs towards the end of this race, they're gonna fall off an absolute cliff and drop so much in terms of pace.
They will. They will. Michalizzi, by the way, is in 15th position out on track at this stage. And, well, he's not in 15th position because he's there in P5. DRS is now enabled. Atlas on the back of Mosi is quite close, but it's not going to be close enough, I don't think, into the next chicane. Tom and Ruben Tevez, though, down in towards turn 8. Tom absolutely sends it on the brakes. That's a lovely move by Tom. Down the inside on Ruben Tevez. Gets the job done. He's through and he's into 9th.
So here's the question now. Can Yogurt and Christmas gain 9 seconds on these medium runs ahead before their tyres give out?
I'd probably say so, yes. Because I know if I was Kill Cream, Mosi, Atlas, Enzo, rotation, I'd probably think about coming into the pit lane again and going on for a fresh set of softs, especially if there's going to be another safety car or another VSC out on track. So, Yogurt and Christmas, they need to watch their tyres. I said this in LOE when we came here in Abu Dhabi on Saturday for the season finale, as Christmas picked up another penalty. So that's 6 seconds now for Christmas. That nearly puts him behind Charles and nearly behind Tom as well. He's on that fresh set of mediums. But Yogurt and Christmas have got to be careful on their tyre wear around here. They wear off at 7% a lap normally, on average, in terms of a lap time. You think about that, it's going to be 40% worn by 6 laps. And then, obviously, out on track, the rest of the field, Yogurt, Christmas, 6th and 7th, they'd close in a second and a half, but to what extent is their tyres going to be at the end of the race? Because I think they're going too hard, too early.
Yeah, and just an update on Carsbury. It looks like whatever his issue was, it must have been front wing and repairable, because he's back up the pace again now.
Yeah, he is. He's behind LRB as well, out on track. Top 5, by the way, still having a battle. Kilcree, Mosi, Atlas, Enzo, rotation. If you're a fan of the VER team, gotta say, you're really on for money here, because Atlas and Enzo, 3rd and 4th position, they are the only team, apart from Yogurt and Mosi for SXC, they're the only team that's got 2 drivers in the top 5 at this stage. And Yogurt and Mosi, 2 drivers in the top 6 for SXC. Yogurt's obviously going to be on the back of these guys, I would say, in 3 laps' time. And Atlas and Enzo are managing and monitoring their race really well indeed. They haven't really got any pressure from rotation and behind. Atlas hasn't really pressurised Mosi as well. It's been a little bit boring from the VAR perspective, but it's been tactical as well. And I like that, because they've saved their tyres, and that tyre wear will come very good if they decide to go fully to the end of the race, which I have a feeling they might not. And if Ruben Tevez is anything to go by, they will be putting in again.
Yep, Ruben in the pits, and I think for Ruben, his soft tyre should be pretty decent now towards the end of the race. They will begin to wear towards the end of it, but it should be pretty decent to make it there comfortably now.
Yeah, he's got 6-7 laps basically in terms of good tyre wear on that car before they obviously just go off the cliff. Kiltree leads the way, Mosi in 2nd, Atlas in 3rd. I'm going to leave you, Mike, for a second, and I'm going to ride you on board with the battle for the lead. So commentate on the battle for the lead. I just need to shut my curtains and everything.
Okay, yes, Kilcree is still leading the way. We got a yellow flag, and I believe that is Charles. That's a round, and that's a full course safety car. Wow! As soon as James goes to shut his curtains, a safety car gets deployed.
Always happens when I shut my curtains, doesn't it? Charles there in ninth. Set of mediums. It's not Charles, actually. It's Pingu who's out the race. It's Pingu out the race for CGT. That's out through turn 9. So where we spun last lap around, Pingu again is out. And all of these guys now into the pit lane. Yogurt, Christmas. Christmas is in. Christmas is in. Yogurt stays out. He feels good on those tyres. He feels that he's got the tyre wear to last. If I was Christmas, though, I'd bank on a fresh set of softs. Everyone's going to be putting him behind, apart from Tom, who has stayed out. Tom on a fresh set of mediums has stayed out. That is not a bad call for the VAC team at all. And he's going to be in second. He's got Kilcree behind him in third. Suddenly, second and third look good.
LRB into the pits and Carlsbury stays out. So Carlsbury now jumps ahead of LRB.
And that's 6th and 8th as well, coming out the pit lane, I think. So 6th and 8th for Christmas and Carlsbury. That is... give me a second. That's 28 points they're going to be getting at the minute. LRB's came out in 12th?
12th. Yeah,
12th position. That's 9. So 28 minus 9 is...
19.
19? They're 2 points short.
Don't forget the fastest lap point, which at the moment is Christmas's.
So they need one more. They basically need to get another position out on track. That's the bread and butter of it. But everything will change by the end of this race. This graphics theme you've got on the left-hand side is not, and I repeat, not, or is going to change quite a lot out on track in the next 9 laps or so here in Abu Dhabi. Still forgot to shut my curtains, by the way. I'm just going to do that now while I commentate. Yogurt leads the way, Tom in second, Kilcree in third. But Tom in second position there, Mike. He's on that set of medium compounder tyres. Kilcree there in third on a set of softs. Surely this is now looking good, both from an SXT perspective, but also from a VAC perspective.
Yeah, and I wonder if... there'll be a bit of team orders, because obviously Kilcree does have that time penalty. Will Tom do the honours and try and back up mostly rotation and the legs in behind?
I'd like to think so. But why would you swap around a driver when you know they've got a 3-second penalty? That's probably what they've got to try and decipher between them both. Do they let the faster car through? Or does Tom stay there, hold up the pack, get Kilcree then ahead... And then Tom holds up Mosi, Rotation, Christmas, all of those guys out on track. That will be the big call here.
Yeah, I think that the question is, obviously, Tom's tyres will be perfectly fine at the end of this race. These softs will be close to the end of their usable life, I'd say, and for Kilcree, who has that penalty, would it be wise for his teammate to let him through so he can build that gap?
Maybe so. SXT, by the way, do also have the pole position point as well, because Mosi picked up that. So SXT have gained an extra point. So that's an extra point that TTG and IFR couldn't gain in qualifying. That potentially could have put them level on points with 7 laps of this race to go after this lap is complete. Yogurt leads the way, Tom in second, Kilcree in third. Whatever is going to happen in these next 8 laps, it's going to come down to an absolute wire, I think, between TTG and IFR. If LRB loses another position to Ruben Teve, that's it. Game over. TTG have got to rely on Christmas to gain many positions, but he's got a 6-second penalty. Michalizzi, by the way, has rejoined and is behind Castro out on track. He's in 14th position. I think he's still on the same lap as everyone else, although the graphic says he isn't. He is on the same lap as everyone else. Castro there is in... Sorry, Castro's in 15th, behind Ruben Teve out on track. Safety car's in this lap. So Michalizzi has only got 1 car to bother, and that is Castro behind him, which is not too bad from a safety car perspective.
Yeah, not too bad at all. And in terms of LRB, I think he is going to finish behind Ruben Teve, because Ruben Teve has kept it clean on pen so far.
Yeah, he has. And it all depends, obviously, on what Ruben Teve will do. Christmas has lost a position behind rotation. What is going on here? Where's Christmas slowing? Christmas is slowing underneath the safety car. Has he got an illegal overtake or something? He slowed everyone up, in fact, Christmas. Not sure what went on there. Oh, and he spun!
Oh.
Christmas spun! Under the safety car restart. This is unbelievable. Christmas is now at the back of the field. TTG's hopes now go up in flames, perhaps, as Yoghurt has said go. Out in front across the line with 8 laps to go. Yoghurt leads the way. Tom in second, Kilcree in third, and Christmas is now right at the back of the field. Carlsbury's been overtaken by Enzo in this as well, and Enzo now around the outside and towards turn one. I don't know what happened underneath that safety car restart. We'll have to try to decipher that as we go along. Kilcree, though, there's the swap for him for VAC. Kilcree's third, he's into second. Tom in third. But look at Yoghurt's start. He's 2.5 seconds clear. That's an unbelievable start for Yoghurt.
Yeah, absolutely incredible there from Yoghurt to get that kind of restart. All of the headlines will be about Christmas spinning it on the restart.
It's unbelievable. There must have been something wrong with his setup. His steering wheel disconnected or something. Had to be, because there was no other real alternative explanation, unless he's just had a collision with rotation, he's got caught on the AstroTurf, and then he spun. But I can't see that happening. Mostly on the back of Tom, third position out on track. Interval times will come back, by the way, and mostly to the outside line. Oh, there's a little bit of rough and tumble in there. Gets the inside line. Should hang this around the outside. Tom picks up a 3-second penalty, and that's a nice move by Mosi. Didn't keep his nose in.
Here's rotation.
Whatsoever, yet. Rotation on the back of Tom to the inside line. Run the outside into 17, and there's contact and rotation. Just about pulls that one off, and Atlas dives down the inside line. It is Tom Hunting now on that set of soft compound tyres by everyone. Yoghurt leads the way, Kilcree second, Mosi in third. The gap between Yoghurt and Kilcree, I would say, is probably around 2 seconds to the line. Oh, it's dead on 2 seconds to the line. Yoghurt leads the way, Kilcree in second, Mosi in third, rotation in fourth, and now Enzo's right on the back of Tom as well, who surely must have some sort of damage, unless his tyres are just completely shot, as Enzo waltzes around the outside of him through turn 1, then through turn 2, gets the job done.
I think this is just a difference between the softs and the mediums. Fresh softs versus his mediums.
Look at Carlsbury, though. He's right on the back of Tom. Carlsbury is right on the back of Tom, and he's on mediums, and he was as quick as Enzo through that first sector.
We'll see if now everyone has stopped picking on Tom. Let's see. That's what it was just there in that final sector of the lap. Everyone getting past him. We'll see now if things calm down and he can get back into a rhythm now.
Christmas, by the way, he's had a Ruben Teve, so he's gained a position as Christmas. Ruben Teve is in 15th. Christmas is in 14th, because Michalizzi actually is ahead of these guys out on track. He's there in 13th position. As I say, we think he's on the same lap as everyone else, so that's why we're commentating him in 13th position as a result. Yoghurt, though, leads the way. Kilcree there in second is beginning to bring that gap down. This is what three-lap older softs does to you for Yoghurt's perspective, because Kilcree there in second, mostly there in third rotation, fourth, Atlas in fifth, and RAC in the chat, V19 by the way in the chat that is, double warning that's a lag roll this game. Yeah, obviously lag is a big problem obviously within this lobby. We're keeping going though. It's only, as far as I'm concerned, affecting 1 or 2 drivers. I'm obviously the lobby host, and I probably would have restarted it by now, but it seems far on our end as Kilcree is set after Yoghurt, 1.1 seconds, 6 laps to go. Can he do it, Mike, with a penalty as well on his shoulder, 6 seconds worth? Oh, Yoghurt spun! Yoghurt spun! Yoghurt spun out of turn 4! Kilcree leads the way! Yoghurt now in second! And Yoghurt spins from the race lead. He got caught in the curb, I think, through turn 3, and he sent the car round. And that is Kilcree's free opportunity. He leads the way by 2.8 seconds. Yoghurt there in second, Mosi in third. And I was saying, that's what 3-lap all tyres do to you. You've just seen it in full effect. Yoghurt's now down in second. Kilcree now in the lead. Has he got a free chance at winning this now? Because Mosi in rotation and Atlas all on the same compound of tyres and all chasing after both SXT drivers.
Yeah, and I think I might have to call a commentator curse on that one, James.
I just saw a car spin off and I knew it was Yoghurt on the outside of turn 3. Goodness me. V19's very happy with that, by the way. And yeah, he's going about the 3-second penalty, I think, now for Kilcree. So it's a double 3-second penalty for Kilcree. So it's 6 seconds, basically, added to the time. But Mosi there leads the way. Kilcree leads the way. Mosi in second. Yoghurt in third. I would not rule out Mosi at the end of this race at all. He's 2.5 seconds in behind right now. Trust me, though, Mike, when I say this. Mosi is quicker than Kilcree. And just watch this gap come down over the next couple of laps.
Yeah, I mean, we've already seen it come down by about 2-3 tenths already in our final sector. Mosi can keep this up. He will be well on course to maybe close up and get the move done on track on Kilcree. But either way, it'll be within the 3 second to jump him on track.
Yeah, rotation, by the way, in fourth, Atlas in fifth. Atlas hoping that he doesn't go around the world on 80 moves with rotation, because the world obviously rotates. Atlas Copo in fifth, rotation in fourth, and the switch back to the century through turn number 7 towards the inside line. I thought of that one in my head quite a long time ago, and Atlas Copo is on the back of rotation, gets the inside line down the straight, and he gets the job done, as Enzo also chases down rotation, but Atlas through, and he's into fourth, rotation in fifth, Enzo in sixth, and Mike has probably got his heads in his hands, because he's probably just realised what that pun actually meant.
I have no comment.
In other words, he got the gist of it. Kilcree leads the way, rotation on the inside line of Atlas. In through turn 11, doesn't get the move done, and Carlsbury's going to lose a position as well to Tom. So Tom through, he's into 7th. Carlsbury in 8th. TTG and LRB, and IFR I should say, because I keep calling them LRB with only being one driver here. Tom there through into 7th, Carlsbury in 8th. This is not enough for TTG to win at this point in time. I did say everything would change. Christmas down in 13th position is actually in 14th position. So Christmas is actually a position behind compared to what he should be with Michalizzi's AI car still in the mix. So TTG are gaining in terms of points, but they're only gaining, what, 2 positions?
Oh, and that's not going to help matters. Another 3-second time penalty for Christmas. And I was just going to say that Carlsbury right now is within the time pens to jump up ahead of Enzo right now. So Carlsbury looking to possibly get up to 6th. But it doesn't matter if Christmas keeps picking up the 3-second time pens.
Yeah, Christmas, 9 seconds now. Penalties are quite inappropriate, to be honest, around here. The track limits are quite violent. Kilcree leads the way, Mosi in 2nd, Yoghurt in 3rd. There are the penalties, by the way. Enzo's going side by side with the rotation down the straight. Now the VAR man and the FRL man are going side by side. It's literally the side draft that's going to help Enzo at this point to the outside line. Into turn number 8. He tries to leave the door. Absolutely shot on the inside line. Through turn 8, through turn 9. Smart driving that by Enzo. Chops him up for good measure. That was smart driving there by Enzo. He's through and he's into 5th. Rotation there into 6th. Nothing really involved in that. There was contact, yes, but that was smart driving because Enzo put him all the way to the left-hand side of the track. They kept it side by side. Speaking of side by side, Carl's being Tom once again, and that's a lovely move as Tom has held the inside line there, and he obviously nearly spins the car, but Carlsbury there in 7th, Tom there in 8th. But that was really smart driving by Enzo. He's thrown his into 5th, rotation there in 6th, and Enzo, I think, pulled them off really move. I'm not sure what you thought about that, Mike.
It was borderline. It was just about acceptable in my eyes. Yeah.
Just about acceptable, but they kept it side by side. It's the big chop of the front wing, basically, through the final corners. What possibly could lead the stewards to investigate that if rotation feels like it. But remember, rotation's going to be gaining the position anyways, because he doesn't really need to fight the positions ahead of him. He's going to be gaining on Enzo, possibly on Kilcree as well with that 6 seconds worth of penalties. This race is not over by any stretch of the imagination. We've got 3 laps to go. There's going to be no VSCs or safety cars from this point onwards as well. Kilcree leads the way. Mosi there in 2nd, Yoghurt in 3rd. An update, by the way, on Christmas and Michalizzi. Michalizzi is overtaking drivers. I promise you he's a human car out on track. And he's there in P10, because he's just overtaken Ahmed through the hairpin. And Christmas is in P12. So jump Michalizzi up to 10th, drop everyone down a position, and then you've got your grid order as Yoghurt on the back of Mosi, who lags through turn 9. And I wonder if they're going to do a switcheroo here. They have to, surely, because Yogurt's on the back of Mosi into turn number 12, into turn 11. Doesn't get the move done. Charles on the back of Tom as well. Not looking like he's close enough. Blue flag's getting annoying, I think, at this point for the drivers halfway down the field. As Micheletti goes all the way around the outside of LRB. I know it's a ghost doing that, but Micheletti's through and he's into 10th position, or 9th position on LRB, so that's a lovely move by Micheletti. Human controlled, don't get me wrong, but he's through and he's into 9th. LRB down to 10th, and it's even looking more increasingly likely now for IFR to wrap this up. Oh, sorry, for TTG to wrap this up.
That's quite. I think Micheletti's in 10th.
He's in 9th. He's just overtaken LRB.
Sure, because Charles is 9th.
Charles is 9th? Yeah, Charles is 9th, and he's ahead of him. So Charles is 9th, and Micheletti's behind him in 10th. On my screen, anyways, as Christmas gets the job done and Ahmed in towards turn 1.
Christmas through, he's trying to make up for the pens, but a little too late in my opinion. But Carlsbury right now, doesn't look like he's going to be able to jump Enzo, but on this final lap, you never know with these tyres dropping off.
Yeah, you never know indeed. Atlas trying to chase down Yogurt in towards turn number 8. If I was SXT at this point, as Atlas goes into the back of Yogurt, Enzo's run on the back of this. If I was Molsey, I'd be getting out of the way, I think, at this point. He's lagging as well, which is not helping. And Atlas is so much quicker than Yogurt. And Atlas now, on the back, in towards turn 11. Is he going to get the job done? FFC, by the way, having a battle with Ruben Teve and Castro right at the back of the field in 14th and 15th position of the cars still remaining. Kilcree, though, leads the way. We've only got one more lap of EML Premier to go, and Kilcree has got a 1.7 second lead, but to what effect? Because he's got that 6 second time penalty out on track. Mosi there in second, Yogurt there in third, Atlas in fourth, Enzo in fifth has got 6 seconds as well. Tom's got 3, LRB's got 3, Christmas has got 9, Ahmed's got 6, Castro's got 9, Micheletti's got 3. That's the penalty rundown, and this is the final lap of EML Premier for Season 2.
Yep, as Kilcree now, all he's got to do is just keep his cool, keep his composure, and he could potentially be getting a podium out of this. I think Atlas is borderline on the edge of that 3 second.
He is, but both of them's got 6 seconds, so Atlas doesn't need to worry.
I thought he had a double 3 second down pen.
Atlas nearly slides coming through 6 and 7 actually through 5 and 6 at the chicane. Yeah, Atlas has got no penalty. Kilcree's got 6 seconds, so Kilcree will be dropping behind Atlas, maybe even behind rotation. Looking at the interval timings, yeah, he will. He'll drop behind rotation, so he could end up 5th here, Kilcree, out on track, which is unfortunate for the RIC team. I've been calling them VAC all night, so apologies about that. Kilcree leads the way. Mosi in second, Yoga in third. Atlas Copo, where's that came from? Atlas and Enzo are going to battle for 4th and 5th position for the VAR team, but it didn't not matter because Atlas is going to stay ahead anyways in terms of the penalties. Rotation there in 6th. Atlas Copo's just going to pop up in the chat, I think, after that one. Charles on the back of Tom, not going to be close enough. Don't think we're going to see any battles, I think, on this final lap of the race. So Kilcree now coming around the double right of 15, 16 and 17 in through the left hander of 18 underneath the grandstand at 19. He is moments away from wrapping the Sabat on track. But in terms of the penalties, Kilcree is going to be dropping down perhaps to 5th position. Coming around the final corner, RAC will get the victory out on track. It is Kilcree who will take the win, but it's an SXT 1-2. Mosi on his EML debut takes the win. Friamurgad in second. Atlas Copo, again I've done it. Atlas in third. Rotation is in fourth. And Kilcree in the end is 5th as a result of those penalties. The gap was not enough to gain on the final lap of the race. Enzo there in 6th. Carlsbury in 7th. Charles there in 8th. Tom in 9th. LRB in 10th, and I think that means, Mike, that LRB has done it solely for IFR here tonight, but IFR, no matter if they're a defunct team or not, have wrapped up the EML Season 2 Premier Championship, and they absolutely deserved it from how consistent they've been all season. Rotation gets driver of the day as well, but this is not only SXT's night, but this is IFR's night. SXT 1-2 from Mosi Yogurt winning first and second. Great drives by both SXT drivers. But this night, Mike, belongs to IFR.
Yep, and honestly, with the way IFR have been driving this entire season, fully deserved it. Very consistent. Always up there within the shouts of the podiums and race wins. as well. And TTG, they gave him a run all the way to the end, but it was just that spin on the safety car from Christmas at the end of the day.
Yeah, and we'll run down the full points system in a second. Have you got the grid order up? Oh, there we go. It came up on my end. Mosi leads. Mosi won here in Abu Dhabi from Yogurt in second. Atlas there in third. In the end, if it came down to another lap, 0.8 of a second. The top three's not too bad. Rotation there in fourth. Drove very well for the FRL team. Kilcrew, the Frenchman, in fifth. Might actually get my driver of the day vote because he really took control of that race at the end. Enzo there in sixth. Colesbury in seventh. Charles in eighth. Tom in ninth. LRB ran off the top 10. And he's 17 seconds off the pace dead on. Ruben there in 11th. Ahmed there in 12th. Christmas in 13th. What could have it been if he didn't spin the safety car? He was in P6, I think, under the safety car. He dropped down in the end to P13 as a result of penalties. Castro there in 14th. Michalizzi in 15th. Gets the fastest lap point as well. Pingu and Shane, the two DNFs, out on track. But Mosi takes the win. Yogurt second. Atlas in third. Again, going with the OWR driver there, but Mosi wins, Yogurt in second, Atlas there in third, and that rounds off what has been a phenomenal season of Premier Racing here for Season 2. And of course, as we mentioned, Season 3 is, of course, available to be signed up, and that means, Mike, you can sign up for your team to be competing, and commentated on by the likes of me and you.
Yeah, absolutely, and I will be signing us up for next season as well.
Good man indeed. Looking through the point system as well, and looking at the position gains, 7th and 13th for TTG, 14 points and 8 points, so 22. LRB 10th gets him 11 points, so what's that, 22 and 11, so it's an 11-point gain for TTG, but it's not enough for them to wrap up the title because they've wrapped it up, I think, if my maths is correct, by 11 points.
Yep, 11 or 10 points. I'm looking to see who actually got the fastest lap, because that's a glitch fastest lap from Nicholas.
Oh yeah, fastest lap was Yogurt, I think. 36.5. No, actually, no, Christmas. 36.513 fastest lap. So I think TTG might get an extra point. But as you say, it's not enough.
Yep, not enough for TTG. They just fell at the final hurdle, and it was laid out on the platter for them. And I know Christmas is going to be very disappointed with that.
Yeah, Kilcrew saying P4 and P8 for Tom, so possibly penalties looking to be removed there for both RAC drivers out on track, which I wouldn't blame you, but if you do put in that 3-second penalty, there might be a lot to happen, of course. You can keep it up to date though with socials at EML_F1 on Twitter for all of the latest news in terms of the overall standings at the end of Premier. But we're pretty confident if they don't get any penalties, if LRB doesn't get a 30-second penalty or anything, we are confident that IFR have wrapped up the championship, and congratulations to every single person involved in the IFR team. I know they're in different teams now, but regardless, they've been an absolute fantastic bunch to obviously commentate on and to work with as well in the IFR Esports Cup. They're going to be a big miss in terms of the EML scene and in terms of the league racing scene as well. But what a way to round off and win your championship for EML Premier Season 2. It is, of course, IFR who wrap up the championship. And unfortunately, Mike, that's the end of the season.
Yeah, it's a very sad moment at the end of the season. Very sad.
It is, but because I've been given the go-ahead by Kermit to talk you through the Season 3 calendar, yes, I hear you. If you want to sign up for Season 3 of Premier for your team, it is going to take place between the 24th of August and the 16th of November. It is a much shorter but a longer calendar that we've got. Much shorter season, but a longer calendar that we've got. And I'll talk you through what we've got. We've got 2 tiers for no assist. That is going to be, of course, Premier and League 1, perhaps. And League 2 also coming into play involved. There's an entry fee of £12 if you do want to sign your team up, £100 for the winner in each tier, 10 rounds in total. Tier 1 will happen at 8 PM UK time and Tier 2 at 6:30 UK time as well. And there'll be pre-season qualifying with the top 20 teams split into 2 tiers with the driver standings. The prize for winner in Premier 1 is a next level GT Light sim rig. We have got up in the world for Season 3 of EML Premier. So whoever wins the driver's title, which will be inaugurated for Season 3, they will get a sim rig. Free on the house. Maze is paying for it all, which is very good. We have to give credit to that where credit's due. But if you are one of the teams that's already been entered or registered and you've signed up prior to the details coming out, you do not need to sign up again. If you are, however, new, you can go on the Discord. I'm sure it will be in the description of this video when it gets uploaded to YouTube. And you can also follow at EML_F1 on Twitter if you do want to sign up and contact them through there as well. But to talk you through the calendar as well, give me a second because I need to find it. I don't know where it was. Yeah, here we go. For Season 3, we start off in Bahrain on the 24th of August. And then it's Saudi Arabia in Jeddah. Then Australia in Melbourne the 7th of September. And then we hit the first break week for EML. We go to Belgium after the break week on the 21st of September. Then a debut race in Miami, which I'm looking forward to competing, to commentating on, that's for sure. 28th of September. And then another break week, because I think there's a Grand Prix on that week, basically where the break week is, on the 5th. Netherlands on the 12th of October, Italy in Monza on the 19th of October, then it's Mexico on the 26th of October, Britain then on the 9th of November, so after the likes of Bonfire Night and after the half-term holiday, and then round off the championship in Brazil, 16th of November 2022. So that is to look forward to, obviously, out on track, and already we have got big name teams joining. And I mean the likes of Esports Wales Tan, of course, those are going to be competing next season already. Big names. But we've also got TF10 going to be competing for the first time. Team Shazoo are joining the fray. TTG Academy, ET8 Esports, GTZ Bulls. The list goes on and on. Every single team you've pretty much seen for League 1 and League 2 pretty much signing up, I think, as well, which should be really good. But the likes of Team Shazoo, TF10 and ETA, who I'm used to commentating on, obviously, in PSGL, and the IFL Esports Cup event, can't wait for them to be introduced into the mix as well. But Mike, plenty to look forward to, but we have to wrap up, obviously, tonight. Who is your driver of the day and your team of the season?
Well, team of the season has to go to IFR for me. Driver of the day, though, I think I have to give it to Gilcree, even though the penalty cost him at the end. He drove fantastic, apart from the penalty.
He did indeed, yeah. Gilcree, I think, definitely getting driver of the day. I echo your words, I think, in terms of IFR getting team of the season as well. Big shout out to SXT though. SXT I thought drove very well all season. Watch out for them because they've signed up for next season as well. Watch out for them because I have a feeling, honestly, they could be right towards the top end of the field, obviously with big name teams joining for Season 3 of Premier, and you've only got around 3 months to wait, which is not too bad. Of course, we'll all get to used to the new game by then. And, of course, it is all sponsored by Next Level Racing, who are obviously sponsoring Premier next season, and EML for the next season as well. But before we get kicked off for the air, big thank you, of course, to Mr. Michael Edwards for being my regular co-commentator partner in crime here in EML Premier. Hopefully we get to do this again going into Season 3. It all depends, obviously, on availability, and all depends on, of course, if we get new commentators in for next season as well. And a big thank you, of course, to everyone that's put us together behind the scenes, to Maze, to all the stewards, to all the admins, to all the lobby hosts, to all of the drivers, to all of the teams. You are really respected here in EML, and I cannot wait to bring you, of course, the action for EML Season 3, whatever that will be, probably in Premier that I'll be doing, and I cannot wait to bring you the action back in around a few months' time. But that rounds off neatly. Of course, if you do want to catch more action on the channel here on Twitch, TTML, F2 and F3 tomorrow night, 8 PM UK time. Myself and Storm taking to the action for F2. Mike and Ivan taking to the action for F3. Both championships wrapped up, but other battles going on, obviously, out on track. F4, myself and Buck taking to the action. There's a championship battle there. I think it's 11 points going into the final race of the season between Jamie and Kermit. And then TTML F1 on Sunday. Jensen v Tom. Tom, for the first time this season, has taken the championship lead right where he needs it most. Jensen to try and fight back, though, in Brazil on Sunday. That is going to be one hell of a battle between them both. Cannot wait to bring you the action there on Sunday as well. And, of course, the TTG Esports PC Invitational is back on Saturday night here on Twitch. And there's Luke Etheridge and Ayub Khan taking to the action for that as well. That ran stuff very neatly though. Big thank you, of course, to everyone that tuned in here tonight. And if you did, and if you're watching this on YouTube later on, like, comment, subscribe, tick that notification bell, of course, if you are new. We will see you, of course, in Season 3. But for myself, James Head, and from Mr. Michael Edwards, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, and next 3 months, goodbye.